If you're still using your mouse to travel around your code editor, I want to show you a way better way that's going to improve your whole life, or at least make you a little bit of a better developer to work with. The reason why using keyboard shortcuts is so important is because as a developer, you're going to spend hours, months, years at your keyboard, traveling around your code editor. Saving a little bit of time really compounds. Also, it'll make you much more efficient and more fun to work with when you're pairing with other people. Or maybe you're just going to go into a code interview and you want to look more senior or kind of look less junior at the very least. So let's go through some basic keyboard shortcuts and some not so basic ones. I'm using Cursor, which is a fork of VS Code. So these same keyboard bindings that I'm using here, for the most part, should work in your editor as well. I'm starting with a blank screen and I'm using the Next.js open source repo to travel around because I don't really know this repo too well. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my integrated terminal. Now I'm using a Mac. You can easily look up these shortcuts using Windows, but I'm using a Mac, so these are going to be very Mac centric. First things first, let's open up our integrated terminal by pressing Control and then backtick. The backtick is that little slanty looking thing right under the escape key. Now I've done that, and now I have my terminal open and I can begin running the project if I want to. But before I run the project, I want to search around and see what's in this project. Now I could, open up the file explorer, and to do that, I'm going to press Command 1. Now this may not work on your particular machine or with VS Code. I set this keyboard shortcut myself, and I'm going to show you how you can do that too in just a bit. Now you'll see that there are tons of files around here, tons of files, too many files. And let's say I'm working in here and maybe I want to do something weird, like I found an issue with the use router hook in Next.js. You could either try to search through all these and just kind of guess, like, I don't know, where is use router? I don't, in here, I don't know. You could do that. Or you could do this. You could do Shift Command F, and then I could type in use router. And then I could find all the different places it's being used. If I cared about the capitalization or not caring about the capitalization, I could only match the case, or I could not match the case. Now, this isn't super useful because I see there's so many places where use router is being imported, but that's not really helpful. So when you're looking for a particular piece of code, sometimes it's useful to search the whole code base to do so, but sometimes it's better to search the files of the project. So in this case, if I type in use router here, this actually gives me a lot less, and it kind of gives me some fuzzy matching, meaning it'll return a bunch of files that match this text pattern. Right? So you get things back that aren't always super relevant, but it's much more efficient than doing something like just going through every single one of these. Now, if I'm still having trouble finding this and I'm just seeing, oh, this isn't quite working, I get, I'm not finding the right file here. Once I got frustrated and decided, hey, this isn't quite working, well, now I'm in here and I can simply hover over this, hold Command, and now I'm at the file where that function was defined. And again, I can go here and do the same thing. So we've done a little bit of searching and finding using our VS Code shortcuts. But now let's take a look at how we can edit and modify a file without highlighting chunks of text or scrolling around the screen too much. This is something that I think is actually really, really helpful to use because I often see people do something like this, where they'll want to take some code and then move it around. So they'll do like something like, they'll do this, they'll do cut, and then they'll do this, they'll do cut, and then they'll do paste. That's really bad in my opinion, because what you could do is this. You can hold Command, hold Shift, and press the arrow key in one direction or the other to highlight a single line if you want. Or if you want to highlight one word at a time, you can hold Shift and Option and then hit the left or right arrow, and then you can be highlighting single words at a time. Shift, Option, arrow. Arrow one way or arrow the other way. Now, if I wanted to take this whole line and move it around, well, I could do Command X to cut it. Then I could make some space and do Command V to paste it. Command Z will get me back to where I need to be. Or I could just do this. I can hold Option and press up or down. And I can do this with entire blocks of code, or I can move this entire block of code by holding Option and pressing up or pressing down to move it all over the screen. Is this helpful? Absolutely. Because a lot of times what we want to do is take large blocks of code and put them somewhere else. Now I'm going to press Command Z to get back where I was. There we go. Now, what if I wanted to change the name of a function, but this function is used in a whole lot of places? So I could do this, Command D, and I could highlight every single instance of this and edit them together at once. So now when I type get my router, they all change. And if I highlight this and I do Command F, I can then go through each instance of that piece of code or that thing that I'm looking for in this file. I did Command F, and now I'm simply searching through the whole file for every instance of get my router. If I want to change it back, well, then I simply just hold Command and tap D until I have every single instance highlighted, and I change it back to router or whatever it was. Get router. Now, when it comes to using AI tools, I'm using Cursor. So if I want to open up my AI tools or use an AI to edit files, then I'll do Command L. Command L will open up the AI editor, and I can begin typing some nonsense, whatever. And maybe I'm thinking, oh, that's actually not good. I can do Command N to open up a new chat, and I can add context by doing Shift at and then asking for certain folders to be included. So maybe I have a route that I want to add. So route client, please tell me what is going on in this file. Boom. And now I can specify which file I want it to reference when it's giving me information or offering me a suggestion. Great. Now when I'm done with this, I hold Command and I press L again, and it goes away. When I open it up by Command L one more time, I can do that and then do Command N to open up a new chat and get rid of what I was just typing. I can do backspace to get rid of the context there. And then I can do at and, read me or something like that. If I wanted to add some more context for it to use, if you don't add anything in here, it makes it really hard for the agent to know what to do, because then it's just looking throughout your massive code base, which is probably really, really big in most cases, especially if you're working in a professional environment. Like, for example, this particular project, which is Next.js, has, more files than I care to count. Finally, let's get to the really fun stuff. So I have a certain keyboard shortcut I showed you in the beginning, Command 1, which I can toggle on and off my File Explorer. If you want to make your own keyboard shortcuts, which I highly suggest you do this, Command P, that little arrow like that, and then you can do the keyboard shortcuts, and you can open this up, and you can look at all the different keyboard shortcuts in here. You can click on one, and then you can edit it, and you can hold the keys that you want to use that make sense to you, and those keyboard bindings will then be added to VS Code or Cursor, and you can use those to do whatever the heck you want to do. Whatever supported, you can make in your own fancy keyboard shortcut. Highly suggest you do this. For one, oops, I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want to do that at all. Don't do that one bit. But highly suggest you do this, not only to make your life a little easier as a developer, but it does make you look a bit less junior. It makes you just a lot more efficient. And I'm telling you, it's just going to make your life a lot easier. And you're going to save hours, perhaps days, perhaps even months of time over years as a software developer if you just learn how to use your tools a little bit better. I'm sure there are people out there watching this who are like, I can't believe you didn't add this keyboard shortcut. This is why I only use them, or why I only use this. Yeah, let me know in the comments what I missed, what I should have added here. But remember, this is just a good starting point. I've seen way too many people still copying and pasting, using their trackpad, using mouses. So if you could at least get away from that, it's a good start. But yeah, let me know what I missed in the comments, and I always hope that's helpful.